Okay, good evening. So today we are going to discuss about the basic concepts of our Python. First one is comments. Next one I'm going to discuss about statements. Okay. Next, these are the basic things today we are going to discuss. Next one very important thing is indentation, and I will try to complete identifiers also. Okay. These are the concepts today we are going to discuss. So first let us go to comments. Okay, generally in our first, let us not go to our Python programming language. First let us see what is meant by a comment. Generally we will say that if we are going to upload any picture in Facebook or in Telegram or somewhere in Instagram or somewhere, just we will see for what anybody is commenting or not. Commenting means what? Generally their comments is what, the people will write what, nice pic or good. That means what? These are telling what it is going to tell about a picture. That means explanation about a picture. That means it is saying what, the pic is good. That means this is an explanation about a pic. Same here also, it is also an explanation. In the same way, what is meant by our comments in Python is, so a comment is a programmer readable explanation. That means I will write a small program for you. So let us consider I'm going to write a print statement. So print hi, for example. So print hi is there. So here, this is a small statement I have written here. For what I have written this statement? So to print a hi message. So to explain that one, I have to write a comment. That is what, the statement is written to print hi message. Okay, this should be the comment. Okay, so see here. So in our what I can say, Python, comment, single line comment is going to have by using a symbol called as hash symbol, hash sign. So now what happens when I'm going to write the statement here? This is going to be ignored by our interpreter. Interpreter is not going to uh, execute this statement. It leaves this statement because it is seeing what initially it is going to see, hash sign. So it knows that if you are going to write hash sign for any line, the entire line is not going to be executed by our interpreter. It knows that it is a comment. So see here, what this line is for, what for executing, for printing a hi message. So this is the explanation for that program or a statement. For example, I have written a multiple what I can say, multiple statements. Let us consider hundreds of line I have written, hundreds of lines I have written here. So I want to tell to other programmer what this program is for. So then there is a need of comments. Okay, if it is, sir, is it compulsory to keep a comment? It is not a compulsory, but it is recommended. It is recommended to keep a comments for a program. Reason is, if you are going to write the program only for your sake, that means if you are going to execute only for your sake, then what happens? No need of writing the comments. So whatever the program you are going to write can be understandable by you. Okay, but if the same program is going to be sent to any other person, I will explain once again. Okay, see here, a equal to 10, for example b equal to 20, and I have written what, a plus b. For a small example, I have taken this one. So now here what you are going to do in this program, a and b. So what are a and b? Okay, I will take some other e and f also. E equal to some, I will take one. Okay, f, I am going to take some other ram. So in this program I am going to write something. I don't know what I am going to write here. This the same program will be sent to the end user. That means I have written this program and I have sent the program to the customer, for example. So he has to analyze this program. Okay, so what he will understand, a equal to 10, b equal to 20. Okay, that means what, a is a integer type of variable, b is a variable. So e is what, which type of variable, str type. Okay, anyway, so c equal to a plus b. Now you have to understand the difference between a plus b and e plus c, sorry, e plus f. So by executing I will show you those things. So see, I will write a program here. First I will execute this statement. See here, I'm going to take a equal to 10, b equal to 20. Some people may get doubt that, sir, can't we write the declaration of a and b in the same line? Yes, we can write. We will see it later when we are discussing about statements. So a equal to 10, b equal to 20, c equal to a plus b. Completed. That means what? We know that as these are small statements, we can understand these are what? Addition between two numbers. Now I am going to take some other values like x Shiva. I am going to take x equal to Shiva and y equal to Ram, for example. Enter. And I'm going to perform x plus y. Generally, some people who don't know about plus symbol, what they will think? They will think that, okay, here Shiva and Ram is going to be added. They will think what? Can we add two strings? They are not going to have any idea about that. So if I press enter, there is no error. The program is completed. If I print if I print C, what is going to be generated output is what? A plus B, it is nothing but 30. So you can see 30. So if I'm going to print Z, what we are going to get? Shivaram is going to be get. So you don't know what is happening in this program, because here this plus C is what? This plus C is going to act as a concatenation symbol. This plus C is going to be act as what? Addition symbol. So how we have to identify these things? If the same program is sent to the one person who don't know anything about this program, how he can understand? In that case, our comments is going to help that programmer. So by reading that comments, that programmer can understand what is happening in this program. So here I will write, see, I am going to write a small program about that. So here I will write demonstration of addition. For example, here I have written addition. So just I am going to write what? A equal to 10, b equal to 20, c equal to 30. Otherwise I can write in this way also. A comma b comma c, 10 comma 20. Okay, here I don't want to, okay, I want to take only two things, right? C equal to a plus b I am going to take. Completed. Now what I want to demonstrate here, I have demonstrated about addition, and I want to demonstrate about concatenation symbol. Concatenating two strings. That means what? Combining two strings. Concatenating two strings. So by writing these comments, you can understand what is going to be happened there. So x equal to, I can write Shiva, and also here I can write y equal to some Ram I am going to write. So if I write here z equal to x plus y, you don't know generally, but here I have written what? One comment about this code. So you can understand what? This is a demonstration of concatenating two strings. Then you can understand that, okay, x plus y means here they are going, plus c is going to concatenate two strings. Okay, so let us see how it is going to be done. Print, for example, I am going to write a, here I am going to write print some z, for example. So I'm saving this program. Okay, so if I execute this one here, for this what I can say, comments, your interpreter is not going to respond anything. It is not going to bother about those comments. Just it will ignore. So see, you can see the output as what? Here you are going to get output after executing that. Okay, see, output is what? 10 and Shivaram. So here what I have printed, generally what we have to get? 30 and, so just I have printed here a, I have to print what? C. Okay, so I will get what? I will get 30. So now you have understood what? It is a addition of, if you want to write here also, to increase the readability, just write down addition of a and b, for example, or 10 and 20, write down here. We are having many ways, so later we will see those ways. Is 30. Here we can get what? C, that is the value of 10 plus 20 is 30. Now here what I have to take? Just here, this is what? Concatenating of two things. So just I will write what? Otherwise let us take combining. combining two strings, Shiva and Ram, for example, is okay, completed. So now what you can observe, clearly we can understand now. Okay, some syntax is there. Okay, here we have to place comma. Okay, right. Right. See here, addition of 10 and 20 is 30. Combining two string Shiva and Ram is Shivaram. So here, the same program, if I send to the any other person who don't know anything, so he will see that, okay, these statements are for, here I have written some comment about this code. Okay, so he will study this one. Okay, demonstration of addition. That means the code is for addition. After that, here again we are using plus symbol, but this plus symbol is acting as different. Here this plus symbol is different. So the discussion of this operator will be we will discuss later, don't worry. But here what you have to observe is here about this comments. So here, so this comment is going to tell about or explanation of this program. So it is easy to understand for a programmer. Okay, right, this is a comment. Here we have seen only about single line comments. So for single line comments we have to use what? Hash sign, HASH, hash sign. Okay, now sir, let us consider I want a comment which contains detailed explanation. For example, I will take the same program here. Sir, I want to take here everything I want to explain, sir, about the program I want to explain. So what I have to write? So here I have taken two variables. For example, I am going to take two variables A and B in first line. For example, I am taking in first line, full stop. In second line, that means what, here I want to show you multiple what can I say, multiple line comment. So here what can I say, in second line I am going to perform addition of, generally it will go on, it will take, so that what I will do, I will send this one to second line. Okay, right. In second line I'm going to perform addition of A and B. This is the explanation about my program, 3 lines program. So what I have to do, again for this line also I have to do comment. Again I have to do what, this one. So again it acts as what, second line comment. So this hash sign is going to consider only single line. Okay, this line is going to be commented, only single line. So if I'm not going to place here, for example, in this way I have written, so I'm going to save this one, and if I'm going to execute, it's telling what, invalid syntax. That means here something is there which is invalid. So what I have to do, here I have to place what, hash. Okay, so this line also is going to be commented. So if you want to comment n number of lines individually, we can comment. Okay, let us take here, if you want to learn third line also, here something is there, hi, how are you. So if you want to comment this, we can comment by using a single line comment. So if we consider other programming languages, for example Java and C and C++, there we are having a multi-line comment. For example, C, C++, Java, for single line comment they are having double slash. Okay, this is for what, single line comment, single line comment. Okay, so in our Python we are having what, in Python we are having a hash sign for single line comment. So in C, C++ and Java, for multi-line comment we are having a special thing, but in our Python there is no particular symbol. I will show you that, multi-line comment. So in C, C++ and Java we are having starts with slash star, and we can write here multi lines. Here we can write n number of lines. Here we can write n number of, okay, lines, right. So after completing n number of lines, we can close. Here I have taken only one line, so you can take n number of lines. After that we have to close with star slash. This is in what, C, C++ and Java. What about in Python? So in Python, generally, if you want to write multi-line comment, for every line we have to write what? For every line we have to write in this way. So for every line we have to write hash. Okay, if you want to write n number of lines, you have to write hash. But officially there is no separate symbol for multi-line comment, but we are having one alternative for that multi-line comment. That is, listen carefully, that is, here we are going to consider 3 lines are there. For each and every individual line I am going to make what? Hash sign. But we are having an alternative. We should not say it as a multi-line comment. We can use 3 double quotes. Okay, what is that? 3 double quotes. Then automatically where 3 double quotes started from here, where it is ended here, automatically this particular 3 lines are not going to be considered by your interpreter. Reason is what? So in many textbooks they are going to write it as a multi-line comment. Generally we should not say this one as a multi-line comment. These are called as doc strings, DOC. Very important point we have to understand, but in many textbooks they will not write this concept. So here it is called as what? Doc strings. We will discuss about these things when we are going to see functions. At the time I will discuss. So the data that is present in between triple quotes, that will not be considered by our interpreter. So generally comments also will not be considered by our interpreter. So whatever the lines that we are going to write in between double quotes, triple quotes also, triple double quotes also, it is not going to executed by interpreter. So some people will say it as a comments, but official name of that one is what? Doc strings. Okay, so here it will not consider. See, if I save this program and execute also, no problem, directly output is going to be generated. But we have to call those things as what? Doc strings. Not only double quotes, we can also place single quotes also. Single quotes also, no problem. But if you start with single quotes, we have to ends with 3 single quotes. Okay, combination of single quotes and double quotes is not possible. Okay, no problem. Okay, the output is addition of 10 and 30, and combination of 2 strings is Shivaram. So this is about comments. So what is the use of comment? So the main advantage or use of this comment is to make programmer to understand the code. Okay, so sir, generally what is the need of this, where we can use these comments? So for example, if we are going to perform a project, generally project, what happens? General project will be divided into number of modules. So first module will be given by for one person. Okay, next second module will be given by some X person. So third module will be given by some Y person. Here this is Z person Z. So what happens? So whenever the code, all these are after finally they are all these modules are combined, and finally one application is prepared. Finally it is designed. Okay, so to combine all these things, so whatever the code he is going to write, person one is going to write, if sometimes that is required for by this second person. So whatever, for example, he has written some code here, so some hundreds of line code he has written, the same code will be transferred to other person. This is some X person, this is some Y person. So what is the code he has written here? Should be understandable by the Y person. How he can understand? Directly what he is going to write, he cannot understand, because he may use some his own techniques and his own logics, and he will write. But if he want to understand that, if X person uses comments, so this line is for this one, this line is for some execution, if he writes in that way, so this Y person can understand easily. So that is the use of this comments. Okay, so generally in our real time, comments are necessary. Okay, so that other persons can understand easily. So remember one thing, that for multiple line comment or multi-line comment, Python is not having that concept, but we are using doc strings as multi-line comments. If anybody asks you about doc strings, you have to tell, is there any multi-line comment in Java? Means no, in Java we are not have, sorry, in Python we are not going to have any multi-line comments. We have only doc strings. See here, 3, what can I say, 3 single quotes or three double quotes, open and close. Generally, these are called as what? Doc strings. Doc strings. Okay. But we are considering these as what? Comments. We are using them as a comments. Okay. Yes, this is about comments in Python. Next, let us see about second concept, that is statements. Okay. Yes. Statements. So generally, what is meant by a statement means, if you talk in English, statement is nothing but which tells us positive or true or false. For example, sun rises in the east. True or false? Yes, true. It's a statement. So milk is in black color. It's a false. It's also a statement. So generally, in mathematical way, mathematical foundation way, we can say it as a statement which is having true or false is called as a statement. Okay. So here the concept is, statement means the instruction that is going to be executed by interpreter, that can be executed by interpreter, is called as a statement. Okay. Instruction that a Python interpreter can execute is called as what? Statements. So I will give you some small examples for those statements. So a equal to 10, it is one statement because the statement can be executed by our Python. So see here. So a equal to 10. So it is executed by Python. So if I'm going to take this one, so print hi, this is executed by Python. That means what? These are called as what? Statements. So if I want to take a group of statements, I can also take group of statements. So here I will go to here. So these are what? All these are individual statements. Sir, if I want to write a group of statements, then we have to go for functions, or you have to go for if statement, or for loop, or while statement, or while loop. We have to go to those statements. Okay. Yes, this is about a statement. So in our Python, generally see here. Here till now what we have seen in our see here. Here I want to show you a small program in any other language. I will take a Java programming language so that you can understand how our multi-line statements are working in our Python. So here I want to write a public, otherwise just I will write here int a equal to 10 comma b equal to 20 comma c. For example, I have taken in this way, and here I am going to perform c equal to a plus b. So this statement is written in where? In class A. Here I am going to take this one as a void hi, for example. So don't worry about this thing. Just I want to show you about these statements. This int a, only for this line I am explaining this program. So here I can observe what? Three variables are initialized here. So if I want to execute this method, I can call by using creating an object. So this is Java. Don't worry about Python. Okay, here I am going to consider, see here. 1 minute. Okay. So here I'm going to create a main function. Okay. So generally, for every program to execute in our Java, this line is compulsory. So in Java, there is no compulsory part. Okay. So see, which class? Class A. I'm going to take some X object equal to new A. So just I have to call what? A dot hi. Now what happens here? Just I will print C value also. System dot for printing we have to write this one every time. Print. So here just I am printing a value. So what happens here? Let us see. In this line, I have declared what? Three variables a, b, c in the same line. So all these are which type? Int type. And here I am performing addition. Here I have printed a. So to execute this function or method, I am calling from here void main. So see here. So it is compulsory. Okay. Anyway, b dot java I am going to take. Right. So see here. Now I'm executing that program, Java C space b dot Java. Now what happens? Output is going to be printed as what? It is going to print sum of two numbers. That is okay. Some error is there. Don't worry. Yes. So if no errors are there, compilation will be successful. If some errors are there, automatically it is going to show you some error. Okay. So now see.
System.out.println.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, here we are having some mistake. System.out.print. Right. So one more error. A. So here we have declared X. So right. Okay. Now see, we are not going to have any errors here. So finally, I will execute our program. We are going to get answer as what? Addition of two numbers, that is 10. Okay. Here I have performed addition. So here I am going to get what? The value as sorry. Right. Now see, answer is what? 30. You can observe here. So main thing here we have to observe is what? In single line, I am going to declare or initialize the values, integer values. But if you are going to consider a Python, see here. If I'm going to consider Python, if I try to write a equal to 10, b equal to 20 and press enter, we are going to get a syntactical errors. Okay. In the same way here also I will take, in a file also I will take, just I will remove this one. Here I am going to take a equal to 10 comma c equal to 20 and or b equal to 20 and I'm going to save this one and execute this one. So it is telling me what? I cannot assign a literal. So in our Python it is not possible. So then what I have to do? Sir, if I want to declare a statement, 2 or 3 variables in the same line, how can I declare? That is the concept. So we are having some alternatives. So let us see those alternatives. That is what? Multi-line statements. That means what? Let us see here. So a equal to, for example, 10 plus 20 plus 30. So what is the answer of a here? What is the value? If I print a, we are going to get 60. Okay, right. Now I want to take multiple line statement, that is sorry, a equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus I want to write I want to write remaining code in next line. Okay, so what I have to do? So I'm having an option, that is what? I have to use a slash symbol after the statement. I have to use backslash symbol. This symbol I have to use. Now if I press enter also, it is not going to execute. Okay, now what I have to do here? I can perform plus 4, for example, plus 5. I can also take n number of statements here, no problem. Plus 6, plus again, if I want to go to next line, here I can take this one. So what can I do? 7 plus 8. If I want to complete this statement, just press enter. So entire these multiple lines are going to be executed. But initially here, if we try to execute a multiple statements, okay, different statements, is it possible to execute here? It is not possible. So here, if you want to write in this way, what is going to be happen? A, we have to use backslash. Okay, now if you print a, it is going to give you sum of all those values. Okay, this is one way. Sir, if I want to take a group of numbers as a, we are having some concept called as tuple. Next one is list. Next one is set. For you, by using those things also, we can take multi-line statements. So I will show you those things. So the concept is what? Right. Here we are talking about what? Statements. So if you want to take multi-line or multiple line, anyway, no problem. Multi-line statements. So first way is what? We are going to use a backslash. Next, we can also use these three. This is considered as a set. This is considered as a tuple, and we can also consider with list. Sorry, set. So let us take, by using these three, how we can take multi-line comments. Let us see here. So a equal, otherwise let us take some colors, group of colors. So colors equal to, if I take in like a list, let us take, here I am going to take some colors, red color, green. I want to go to next line. For example, I want to go to next line. So just press enter, no problem here, because closed bracket is not ended. Whenever closed bracket is ended, that indicates the statement is going to be ended. So if I enter that statement in second line also, there is no problem. So here I am going to write some yellow, for example. Okay, I want to end this one, so I'm going to close the bracket. Okay, and I will press enter. Now if I print what colors, we are going to get what colors. So but here if you observe, we are going to get a square brackets open and close. It is considered as a list. We will see this concept later when we are discussing about data types. But here we have to see what the statement that is going to be taken by our interpreter when we have written in multi-line. Okay, so in the same way I'm going for same example, some colors equal to, I want to enclose the data in brackets, normal brackets, 10 comma 20 comma, I will press enter. Here I can write 30 comma 40, for example. Here main thing you have to observe is what, so here I have written colors, no problem. Just in colors what I have stored, 10 20 30 40. That means what, if you want to take a group of statements, we can take by using this one, square brackets or normal brackets. Otherwise curly braces we can also take with curly braces. Okay, some I'm going to take name as set equal to or some s equal to, I'm going to take. Here we can take 10 comma any values, but we have to understand what, can I take the values or not, we have to see those things, right? So here we are having some, so I have not placed bracket, so just we have to place bracket. Yes, so if I press enter here, no problem. So if I press s, we are going to get s equal to 40 10 20 and 30. Sir, we have inserted in 10 20 30 40, why we are getting 40 10 20 30? Don't worry about this thing, because set is not going to follow any insertion order. So whatever the way we are inserting, it is not going to be stored. Whenever we are going to our set concept, I will discuss. Just here you have to observe what, if I want to read multi-line, how can I read? First one is what, backslash, by using backslash. Next one is by using square brackets. Next one is by using parentheses, and next one by using curly braces. Okay, yes, this is about multi-line. And also one way is there, directly I can read the values, that is what, semicolon, by using semicolon. So here you can use semicolon, c equal to 3. So my statement is ended, I am going to press enter. So if I press a, you are going to get value b, c. So these are the different ways where I can take multi-line statements. So here multi-line statement is taken in single line. Okay, this is also possible. So here what we have done, single line I have divided into multi-line. Here what I have done, multi-line is combined in a single line. By using semicolon, we can do that. So this is about statements. So basic things, we have to understand the basic things initially. Later we will enter into concept. Okay, this is about, this is related to what, programming only. If you don't know about these points in our programming, we may get errors. Okay, right. Now indentation, very important concept. The people who are coming from other programming language has to understand this one. The people who don't know any programming language also, fine, they will understand now. Okay, right. Now I'm going to take one program in C or C++ or any language except Python. I'm going to take one function, void hi function. So enter. Compulsory these braces has to be there in our C, C++ or Java. Here whatever the statement you want to write that statements inside that bracket. So what it is saying, so whatever the statements we are going to write in between these open braces and closed braces belong to this function. That means what is meant by hi function? Hi function is going to start from open bracket to closed bracket. That means this entire block is going to is belonging to whom? Hi function. Okay, in this way we are going to write in our C or C++ or Java. For example, I am going to take some other thing also. If is there, if statement. If I am going to have group of statements, for example, group of statements in if, there also I have to take what, open bracket and closed bracket. Here I have to write statements. If there is a single statements, no need of taking. Here we have to write group of statements. So it is compulsory if you are going to take group of statements in C, C++ and Java for a function or for a if statement, for loop, while loop, compulsory we have to do what, open bracket and closed bracket. But in Python we are not having the concept of open bracket and closed bracket. Directly we can take, there is a concept of indentation. Very important word. What is that? Indentation. Okay, now see, I will write that code once. How we are going to write a function in our Python? So just def, there is a keyword called as def, and here I am going to write a function name called as hi, and here I am going to keep semicolon. So directly I will write in our what can I say, editor in our Python file, so that it is very easy. So see here, I am going to write. See, when I write this one, when I press enter, see what happens. This cursor is not going to first, it is coming to here. Okay, so see what happens. See, if I write print, here I am going to write hi, and if I'm going to press enter, again the cursor is not going to here. That means what? Whatever you are going to write, whatever you are going to write here will be considered under hi only. Let us consider, sir, my hi function is completed. What to do? Go and write here. Okay, now print, here I am going to write, this is not a function, this is not a function. Okay, now we have to understand one thing. If I want to execute this function group of statements where these hi and hello are present inside a hi function, so if I want to use these statements, I have to call this hi function. Okay, so here this print hi and print hello is belonging to this hi. In our Java and Java C and C++, what we have to write? Open bracket and closed bracket. But in Python, what we have to do? We have to follow indentation. This what we can say, the space as an indentation. So I will execute this one so that we can understand easily. So see, what is the output we are going to get? This is not a function we are going to get. Reason is what? I have not called that function. So just I will call that function. What is the name of that function? Hi. So first, which one is going to printed? This is not a function will be printed. Next, hi function will be called. Hi and hello will be printed. So see, what happens? This is not a function. Hi and hello is printed. Here, one thing you have to understand, that up to an indentation line. See here, up to here we have followed some indentation up to this line. So this line is are we following indentation? For example, I am following indentation. Now tell me what will be the answer here. If I execute this program, okay, I will remove this one also. Just I will remove this statement and I am saving this one. If I execute this program, I am not going to get anything. See here, just it will completed. Execution is completed. Reason is what? I have not called the hi function, because this third line is also belonging to your hi function. If I write hi function, right, now what happens? Three statements will be printed. Here the thing you have to observe is what? Here indentation says what? Group of code. This group of code belonging to this hi. Okay, giving the spaces in front of a statement is called as what? Indentation. Okay, if you write the program in this editor, what we can say in Python interactive cell, automatically it takes some space automatically. If you want to end that, for example, see here, let us, if I press enter, what happens? It is not going to first. Now what I think is, sir, my function is completed, sir, my group of statements is completed, so I have to press one more backspace. Then whatever the statements here you are going to write is not belonging to your hi function. Very important. Okay, not a function. For example, here what, this is a function. Okay, in this way we have to use this indentation concept in Python. So here what we have to write, again I have to call hi, right? So this is about indentation. So what is the use of indentation? So let us consider, here I will take, if I write in a large program in C++, Java or anywhere, every time I have to see what? Open brackets, closed brackets. Can you understand where the open bracket, this open bracket starts here? If I write group of statements, what happens means you lead to a confusion. It is not compulsory to give tab spaces. It is not compulsory in Java or C++. But if you see this Python programming language, compulsory, the code is very easy to understand. So now see this code here, what you can understand. So define hi. So these three statements belonging to this hi. So I will write one, what I can say, if loop, then you can understand. If I am going to write, for example, here I will take two things, a equal to 10 semicolon b equal to 20. I want to find a largest number. If a greater than b, for example, see, when I am going to place colon, if I press enter, it will not go to first line, first character. Here it is going to give some space, 4-character space. Here whatever you want to write on that. Here what can I say? If a greater than b, a is big, larger, for example, a is larger. Completed. If I press enter, if you want to write any more statement in this one, this is, for example, I'm going to tell this is next statement. That means what? If you want to end this block, that means what? If you want to end the if, then we have to go back to non-indentation. These are what? These two lines come under indentation. The whatever the line I am going to write here is called as what? Non-indentation. Sir, if I want to write else case also, else colon, if you have to place colon. So again, for this group of statements, I am going to write here. So b is greater, for example, b is greater. And here one more line I am going to write print for n, for example, this is next statement, for example. Now see, what are the statements that belong to if block? By seeing this space we can understand, by seeing this indentation we can understand that these two lines belong to if. So these two lines belong to if or else, we can understand easily. So these two lines belong to else, because under this statement we are having these two. So if I execute this one, what will be the output? So b is greater, so output will be what? B is greater. So see, and it will print what? Next statement, because under else we are having this one. For example, it is not there under else. Now what happens? Okay, it will be printed, but what? It is not belonging to else case. Okay, this is what outside statement. I will write out of if else. I will write out of if else. So it is not going to belong to this else statement. So I will show you. So what is the output? B is greater out of if else statement. So I will change the values here. So 30 and 20. So which one has to be printed? A is larger. Next statement, it will not go to else. Directly it will come to out of if else statement. Okay. Yes, that is the case. So this concept is very important. Very important in our Python. Without knowing this indentation, many programmers, if they are unable to understand this indentation, it's very difficult to write a program, a Python program. Compulsory you have to understand this indentation. So sometimes what happens means we can also write this if statement. For example, if is there here, just I can write this one. This is here also. For example, print. In this way also I can write, no problem. For example, a is greater. In this way also we can write. So else case I can write what? Else print b is greater. For example, b is greater. Okay, right. Now see what happens. Answer is a is equal to a is greater. That means what? Here we can also write in single statements, but not to make the things complex, we are going to write separately. So better write if you are having group of statements in this way. If you are having single lines, if you place the statement beside else also, no problem. But if you want to make the program very easy to understand, okay, code by code, that means group of statements. This is what group of statements. For example, if you are having a group of statements under if, it is easy to understand if you write line by line. If you write entirely in the same line, we are going to have some problem. So now I will show you that what happens if you are not going to follow indentation. So see here, what is the problem? Under if compulsory, we have to, this line is belonging to what? If statement. I have to tell to that if condition, our interpreter. If I write in this way, I will show you what happens. Okay, see here. Okay, just I will write here Python. First I will clear this one. Okay, now see here I am going to execute a Python program. In our desktop we are having a in our desktop we are going to have a Python program, so that I can execute that one Python space first.py. See now what is the error it is going to give? Indentation error. Okay, you have to understand this error. What is that? Indentation error. Reason is what? here print, it is going to show the error in this line. Which line? Third line. Expected and intended block. That means what? Under if, after semicolon, we are placing what? It is expecting something. That is indentation, it is expecting. So that what I have to do? In this way, I have to give the space. If I save this one and if I execute the same program once again, what happens? The output will be generated. So compulsory intended, if we have to understand about indentation, when we want to group statements under some other if or a function, compulsory in our Python we have to follow indentation. It is not compulsory in other languages like C, C++ and Java. There we are having the concept of flower brackets, open braces and curly braces, open and close. But here there is no concept of open braces and closed brackets. Here we have to follow compulsory indentation. So without this indentation, we cannot execute our program. If you are not following indentation, we are going to get what? Indentation error. Okay, right. So now next concept is what? Okay, let us see till now what we have discussed. So we have discussed what are the concepts we have discussed. First one is comments. We have seen about comments. Next one is multi-line comments. First one is comments, we have seen. Next one is multi-line comments, and next we have seen about statements. Next one is multi-line statements. Okay, multi-line statements, and lastly we have seen what? Indentation. Okay, these are the concepts discussed today. So in next session we are going to see about identifiers.